everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. My name is Brink, and today we're going to build something that's both complicated and easy. Easy because you'd think it'd be easy, but actually, it's the fluid conduit pipe by EnderIO. Here it is, this one. It's the easiest tier of the three, and there's plenty of other kinds of fluid conduits and pipes from other mods, Immersive Engineering, Buildcraft. The extra utilities one is super easy. I've built a few of them. As a matter of fact, I installed this new reservoir in the back of these machines that require water, and there's a fluid conduit right there running and feeding liquid as it should. But what I want to build today is this simple pipe, and we're going to need the things that require to build this pipe anyway, so why not get it out of the way? So let's get started. To build this fluid conduit, we're going to need conduit binder, which requires this binder composite, which requires stone dust, wood or compressed sawdust, and electrical steel. Now, I have the electrical steel already made. We need compressed sawdust, which is simple. There's a couple of ways to do it, a sawmill or a pulverizer. If we look at this craft, it's just 8 in a row of sawdust, and it's just pulverized wood. Now, you can use a sawmill, a crusher. There you go. But we're going to use the pulverizer because we already have it made. There's the pulverizer. I haven't made a sawmill, so I'm not sure that I will need one. So if we continue on and see what else we need, that takes care of the binder. But now let's take a look at the other things that we need for this pipe. We need this servo, which is glass, iron, and redstone. Easy. We can do these two things. Now we get into a little bit more complicated things, which is the tempered fluid duct. What do we need for that? Well, lead and obsidian for here, glass and copper. Now you'd think that everything we've covered so far is easy enough to do, but we skipped over a step. Maybe you didn't catch it. One very difficult thing that we can't do, that I haven't explained how we do, is this stone dust. This stone dust is not easy to do. You need a thermal centrifuge or an ore washing plant. Now, if we flip through it, those are the only two methods by which to get it. And the one I'm going to pick is the thermal centrifuge because I know that I need this for other projects in the future. I'm not sure I need the ore washing plant, not at the moment at least. I may need it in some future, but nothing I have planned. For the thermal centrifuge, I do have plans. So why not get it out of the way and use this method to get the stone dust? Now, stone dust can be gotten with the thermal centrifuge by putting ores or pulverized ores. But what I'm going to be using to get the stone dust is, let me show you right here, cobble. The infamous cobble. Cobble will get you stone dust. So we need to build a thermal centrifuge. And to build the thermal centrifuge, here's where it gets tough. Let's take a look at the thermal centrifuge. Easy enough. All of this is easy. We've seen these patterns before, but here we go with something new, the mining laser. The mining laser requires alloys, as we've done before, advanced circuits, energy crystals, just diamonds and redstone in the compressor, redstone, and this guy right here, the iron turning blank, or the handle. This shape, this code right here, 43222, is the handle. So if you can memorize that, you'll see that this handle gets used in a number of things. We need a turning table. We also need this lathing tool. The lathing tool is pretty simple to do, as you can see, but the turning table, well, the blank as well. We can make a blank and let's see. Well, trust me, the blank is easy to do also. But the turning table is the next machine we need to work with. Here's the blank. So you can see it's just a item casing and some iron. Easy enough. Casings, shafts, we've done it before, and we need the basic machine casing, which is iron plates and the iron chipset. So we need to do all of this in order to get this to work. You think we'd be done by now. And remember, this is all just for the fluid conduit, the first tier one. By the way, after we do the first tier conduit, we'll be able to make the other tiers and other things a lot easier. But getting all of these machines out of the way is what's going to take us the most time. Now, the turning table, we're not done yet. The turning table requires a certain amount of energy and a certain type of energy. We need kinetic energy. or kinetic units of energy. You can see that this puts out kinetic units. Power output 0 to X, kinetic units per tick, max, industrial craft. So this one works with wind generation. Pretty good, simple and cheap, but it doesn't produce a whole lot of power. We have a steam generator. We have an electric kinetic generator. Manual, that means you crank it. You have to stand there pumping it as it goes. But these produce so much more than this. So I think I'm going to go for one of these other than the manual, because I don't want to just stand there doing that all day. And there's the water generator, which is also free energy, and but it's not going to produce a whole lot. The one I think converts the most amount of power per tick quickest is the electric. So we're going to build this guy. And again, simple items to build. So with all of that out of the way, we are ready to begin crafting. I think what we're going to do is craft this guy first. So let's get the insulated tin cable, tin item casing, and electroline ready. All right, so we have the electroline, the tin, and the tin around. And there we go with a cell. And now let's go ahead and move on to the, where are we? Electric kinetic. We are on this one. We need a shaft of iron, which is an iron block. And so let's get some iron here. Here we go. And we're going to make a shaft out of it by putting it into the metal former. Oh, we have some more iron here. This gets extruded, I believe. We'll smack that in there. And as a matter of fact, I think we're going to need some more shafts coming up very soon. So let's make 2 more. Cool. And we'll just leave it there, but we'll grab that first one. And those 2 shafts will be ready when we need them. Let's grab all of this. This is for other items that I was building. We'll just stick it in our inventory. The next thing we need to do for the electric kinetic energy or generator is this motor. So let's see if we can bring it up. We don't have enough of the items, so let's take a look. We need tin, coils, and an iron. So we have the coils, we have tin, with that, and the iron. I think it was casings that we needed. Yes, casings. All right, so let's put the casings down. Tin casings, 1, 2. Actually, we'll hold on to them. So we have our motor. Cool. Now, we should be able to do this. Actually, no, we need the iron. So let's bring these all up. And the cell on the top with a shaft in the middle and the motor down below. We have the electric kinetic energy or generator. Now this requires EU in order to work. And the EU, we don't have conduits for it. We could make conduits, but it's going to look ugly if we put it out here. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put the MFE down here. I think I'll place it right there. Let's give some space, enough to work down here. And we'll clear out some of this. We don't need any of this wood underneath. There's no need for it. And that's a reservoir, so it's okay. I thought it was water, but we're good. Clear all of this out. Give us some space to work with. And there we go. So, and also, I want to wire from behind, so let's clear some of this back space up. Cool. Now, what we can do is place the kinetic... Well, let's place the MFE down below here. We'll just grab that. I should have turned off this thing. Yeah, we collected it, but sometimes that'll grab it, sort of like a vacuum hopper, I guess. The MFE will be placed facing down right here. So it's pointing down, and now we can get some HV cable, which I made early. Oh, we have 2, so that'll work. Very good. And then we'll place the electric kinetic generator right here. Now, I don't know which direction it needs to point. I'm assuming that this, because that's a fan, that's clearly a fan. You wouldn't connect a wire to a fan. You'd connect it to some input or output port, and these look like vents. So this, I don't know what it is. So this must be the input connector. So let's turn this. Can we do it like that? Yeah, we can, but this wire won't connect. Let me just reset the wire just to make sure. Yeah, it won't connect there, so that's not the point that it needs to connect to. Let's try it here and see if it connects. Yeah, it does connect. All right, let's look inside to see if it's powered, and it is. Now, this generator, the more motors you make for the inside, the more power per tick it produces in this kind of unit. So I'm going to make, let's just make one motor. That's all we really need to craft something simple. So I'm going to make another motor. All right, so we have our motor. Let's stick it in here. Very good. Now just leaving it in here will increase. You see, it's 100 when I put it in. Each one of these are 100. There's 10 of them, so we can go as much as 1,000 KU max, whatever KU is. But anyway, now what we need is that thermal centrifuge is what we're working toward, but for the thermal centrifuge, we will need a turning table and that lathe. So let's take a look at a turning table. Oh, typing too quickly here. Turning table, very simple to make. We just need iron plates and an iron chipset. Let's look up iron chipset. I should have a few. And some iron plates. Why don't we take all of this? We're going to need them as I see them. Let's see. So one of these, we'll make that. Pull that out. And then, oh, the 2 shafts of iron. Let's grab those and see if we can make this. We can't. So something's missing. Iron plates. Iron casings on top. So these are tin. I believe it's the casings that we're missing then. We have some here. 2 on the top. And the basic in the middle. And then the shafts on either side. We have a turning table. Excellent. Let's smack that right there. And okay, so the turning table has its face pointing upward, but let's look at the GUI, and there it is. Doesn't indicate that it's getting any units of energy, but it should be okay because I guess it's still a work in progress where it doesn't measure KU. KU is essentially pretty new, this unit of measure. Now we need this blank. And so item casing or iron casing with irons on the side. Let's clear this. Where's the iron casings? And an iron in the middle. No, I guess I was wrong. Let's see, it's this guy. Oh, it's the other way around. So it's in the middle. Let's return these. So we'll place this in here and we'll need our pattern again. What is the pattern for a handle? So we're trying to make the stone dust is the end product. We'll need the thermal centrifuge. Thermal centrifuge right here, which will need the mining laser, which will need this iron turning blank. And here it is. It's 4, 3. The rest of them are 2s. So let's turn this to 4. Oh, we can't turn it yet, because we don't have that little chisel thing. So let's take a look at that again. We need to make a lathing tool. Let's take a look at how to make that. It's a refined iron plate with 2 iron casing. Refined iron with 2 iron casings. And we have the tool. Lathing tool is what it's called. And I forget what the thermal centrifuge code was. 43222. 432, and the rest are 2s. Yeah. So we'll pick this up, and there it is, already done. Leave the rest in there. And now we're ready for this mining laser. So we're going to need 3 advanced alloys and an energy crystal. This energy crystal is diamond dust and redstone. So let's grab some diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And redstone. We can grab from here. And now we'll need to compress it in a macerator right there. Or grind it up in a macerator. And then we will combine it in a crafting table with the redstone. I've crafted the energium dust and I placed it in the compressor to get this energy crystal. And now we are ready to continue in making that, let's see, it's 2 red I believe. We're making the mining laser and we need some advanced alloys. And I don't know if I made, yes, I did make them. And we need 3 of those. So you can see that this is sort of the front of the gun. Redstone, we need a circuit here. The chassis is made of advanced alloy, and we need a trigger. That's the handle. That's how I figured it. I don't know if many people see this, but that's why it's shaped in this way. So we need an advanced circuit, because this mining laser is advanced. Or so they tell you. So we need some coils now. And this goes on the outside here. With iron all around. And this here and here. Very good. We need the advanced block and a motor. Here and the motor. Do we have an extra motor somewhere? Where's my motors? Looks like I have to make another motor though. Okay, so we'll make another motor, which, if I remember correctly, tin and iron. Okay, simple enough. But I don't have any tin, so I can't make it. But the iron goes, and I don't have any iron either. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we'll grab the tin from here. We should have some. I don't have any. Okay, so I'll have to make some. And we'll put them down. Nope. Where do we want to put them? Down here. Okay, so we have the motor. Goes down here. We have a thermal centrifuge. Now we can place the thermal centrifuge. We have an empty spot right here. Requires a regular type of power, so we can wire it with an MV. And I think we have some MVs here. Yes, MV here. With some wire. Awesome. And so we will place it. We have access back here. We'll place it here with the wire right here. And we can make that connection. Alright, let's drop these for space. Excellent. Now, let's clear some of this up. A little bit messy. But we are just about done. Now that we have the thermal centrifuge, we can stick some cobble in there. And make some stone dust. How did I get 2? Alright. So we got the stone dust coming up. This is going to take a long time to process, but we'll have some stone dust. And for the fluid conduit, which is the final product that we're trying to make after all of this, here it is. We'll need 6 in order to make 8. So I will wait for 6. Let's just take a look at the first one that pops out of here, just so you can see that it gives a little bit of residue as well. No, we didn't get a chance of we have a chance of residue here, which I don't know what they're used for, but yeah, as you can see, we're making stone dust, so I'll bring you back when we have 6. Alright, we're just about ready, and I'm bringing you back because we have the 6. I'm going to let those rest cook, because we may need them in some future. We'll use this crafting area here. Let's take a look again at what we need for the binder material. We'll need an electrical steel, some compressed sawdust, and the compressed sawdust is just sawdust crafted in an H shape. So the electrical steel I can get, I'm crafting the pulverizer, that is the sawdust, and we'll place it here. Actually, let's get the electrical steel first. We have 1. I've made like 16 of them already. I don't know where I put them, but in preparation for this video, we have 2 ready to go with the electrical steel here on either side, and just fill in all of the spots here. Here we go. We have the binder material. This goes into regular furnace mode right there, and that'll make us some binder material. So continuing, we'll have that This is being smelted right now. So we will have this. We'll have, I think it was 8 I put in there. We need this. We need glass, iron nuggets, and iron. Let's take a look at, we don't have iron nuggets. So let's make one. And there we go. And we can make, oh, we need glass. Let's see if we have any glass here. I don't see any there. So let's pull it up. One piece of glass should be good enough. With some iron. All right, there we go. And we need a couple of these. Let's just take 2. Okay, so we have those ready. We now need hardened glass, glass, and copper. The hardened glass we will get from lead. Oh, actually, I made some already. But just so you know, it's let's see, do I have it here? I don't have it here. It may be in this box. Let's see if I can find it. And I don't see it. Let's just clear this up a little bit. Where would it be? I thought I made some. I guess I didn't. So we're going to need some lead. And I don't have lead there, so let's see, right here. And we need some obsidian. Some pulverized obsidian. So, yeah, this might work. Let's go over to the induction smelter. And lead. Okay, so that'll make our hardened glass. Let's pick this up. We have the binder material. And there's 2. I think we only needed 2. We'll let the rest cook. And so now for this, we need copper plates and some glass. So we'll use this area here. We need some glass. Grab just 1. Actually, let's bring up the whole thing in case we need more later. And what was the rest? So copper plates on the sides. That's bronze right there. We have copper here. And so we have more than enough of these temperate fluid ducts. Should be more than enough. Binder, servo, and fluid ducts. Fluid ducts across the side, or, yep, and the binders on the corners. We finally, after all of that work, have our fluid conduit, lowest tier. Very cheap. It doesn't even work against gravity, so you have to let it flow down. Yeah, here's our fluid conduits. Guys, this has been a very long episode just to make this little cheap item, but now we have the machines to work with stuff that we need in some future. I'll keep my MFE down here instead, and it is powered, isn't it? I didn't power it. Yeah, I need to power that. So we'll grab the MV connector, and I don't see it now. Where is it? There it goes. And we'll just smack it right there with some wire right there. Alright, so that should be picking up some juice. And it is. It's going up. Well, guys, that was a very interesting episode. I want to thank you for watching. If you liked any part of this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And I will catch you all on the next one.